Welcome everybody to Intensity Broadcasting. We are broadcasting tonight the Pit Wall Podcast Late Model Stock Cars Tour. We are at Thompson Speedway tonight. They are getting ready to go, already qualified and everything. Let's take a quick look at our track conditions. We got 76 degrees out right now. Track temperature 77, sun going down, so there is not much difference there between those two. Take a look at our grid here. And we got Dalton Ledbetter as your pole sitter. You got Blake Thronberg, Adam Baker in third, Austin Purnell in fourth. Fifth is going to be Daniel Folds. Austin Taylor is in sixth. Jordan Blair is bringing up seventh. Eighth is Buddy Isles. Ninth is going to be Ethan Johnson. 10th is going to be Speedy Bird. And 11 is Boo Boo Dalton. I do not see Dalton on the track, so he may not actually be with us tonight. And that is all the cars that we have tonight. So we have 10 or 11 drivers here. It's going to be a pretty interesting race. We got 125 laps here at Thompson Speedway. We're going to have 3 green-white checkers if they need them. Going to have a break at halfway so they can get fuel and get a little break in. They're going to be allowed 1 fast repair as well. Don't believe we're going to see much of any tire changes here, so they're going to have to take care of those tires through the night. Take a look up top here as they get gridded up and getting ready to go here. Coming back around this time, we should be about ready to go here. Let's see what kind of jump they get. They are allowed to go as soon as the pit car dips, but he's waiting for the box there. And there they go. The 22 gets a good jump on the outside. See if he can carry that through the corner. Looks pretty good now, but he is loose. And he is going to have to grab it up, and he's into the wall. That is not good for him, not a good start. The 32 also is off of speed for some reason here. Let's go back up front. Daniel Folds is going to be one taking the lead here. 27 falling back, and he actually is just getting clipped there by the 16, and they're into it. Let's put the ticker up so you guys can see the running order at this point. Here we go back up front with Daniel Folds. He has got a good lead now. Second, third, kind of spread out there. A little bit of single file now. We've got a little bit of side-by-side in the back. Let's take a look at that there. There's Adam Baker looking to the inside of the 51 of Austin Taylor. He's going to get him and see if he can get the 19 at the same time. He's going to try for it. Not quite on that corner. Maybe he'll make it on the next. Out front, there's a big lead right now. And he does take it from the 19. The 19 is now falling to the clutches of 22, who started out front and is now trying to get back into it. And let's take a look back out front. It gets a little bit closer here. You can see Daniel Folds out front. He's got a 1.4 second lead back to second place, but second, third, and fourth is pretty tight. You got side by side there by the 16 of Speedy Bird inside of Ethan Johnson, and he's going to take that with ease. Now he's going to set sights on the 6 car there of Austin Purnell. And he is going to prevail there as well. I think he's going to get it good and clear on this corner. And there you have it. And we still out front with Daniel Folds have a 1.6 second lead now. He is still putting it to him. A little bit closer back here. We got 32 and 19 going at it. 19 is falling back a few spots here, but he may just be kind of holding on to those tires. No reason to race too hard right now. He's not trying to win on this lap, of course. And as he looks into the inside of the 6, he's going to take that spot from the 6. The 6 is kind of falling back here a little bit now. He's down 3 spots from where he started. Take a look back up front, getting a little bit closer there. Looks like the 16 is trying to make a run at him. He is 0.75, about 3/4 of a second back from him right now. Let's take a look off of the nose of his car as he kind of starts closing in there a little bit. He's slowly but surely catching him there. Further back, we got a little bit of side-by-side there, or tried to anyway. And they're getting pretty spread out here at this track. That sometimes can happen here. You see the 16 still got his eyes on the leader. Not quite drawn up like he was before. He got a little over half a second lead, and that's pretty much staying steady for right now. Looks like he's closing up a little bit there. Take a look back in the field a little bit here. With the 32 and 22 kind of getting closer to each other. 22 of Blake Thronberg is making a nice comeback from where he started. It's only down 2 positions from where he started now, and he kind of fell back on that initial start, and so it's a good recovery for him there. Got the 32 behind him, if you remember, was up front as well, and he's 4 positions back from where he started, so he's still trying to climb back up. Not much change here at the front, still got about half a second there. It sure looks like he's getting closer, but he's still holding that same distance, so you go to the overhead and you can kind of see. And let's take a look. Let's do it from his standpoint, because you can see the 06 car there of Adam Baker is starting to get back into the scene a little bit. Now he's definitely pulling up on him there. That's really good in on that corner. Really drew up to him. He's another one right there where he is able to get into the corner quicker and not lose too much off, but a little bit going back to where it was. He is kind of sealing in there and diamonding those corners a little bit. You know, you go in to out to in, and he has clipped the wall, and he is against it. He can't get off, and that's going to scrub a ton of speed. So now he's back in the clutches of Speedy Bird there. Or I'm sorry, that is Speedy Bird who's dropping back. And he's got a problem, folks. That car is hurt. He's got a fast repair, so he's going to have to get around to the pits here and see if he can get in and get it fixed and not lose too much time. But that car is no good right now. Let's go back on front here. We got Daniel Fold still holding the lead. He's got about a 1.2 second lead at this point. You can take a look at the gap there. Back behind him, though, as I was talking before, we got the 22 and 32 of Blake Thronberg and Dalton Ledbetter still going at it here. '22 is taking a slightly higher line so he can keep a little bit more momentum. The 32 is actually going a little bit lower. I think the lower side is going to prevail here as you see him kind of draw up to him. Let's get on to this car. Let's take a look at the nose and see what it looks like from there. There you have it. He's on him now. It's just a matter of figuring out how can I make this pass? How can I get in without losing control of the car, keeping it stuck down? It's almost like you need to wait for that 22 to make a little mistake, going a little too high, and then you'll be able to do that. And you see these guys are not running the very bottom. There's a little bit of speed, about half to one lane up, and that's what they're trying to do right now. He's right there just waiting for that little slip up. That's all he needs. Speedy Bird is back out of the pits now. He's going to be a few laps down. And that's too bad. He had a great car. He was coming on the leader, and he just didn't quite get off of that corner properly and just scraped that wall. And in these cars, once you scrape that wall, it will absolutely just drag you further and further into it, and it's hard to get off, and he just incurred too much damage there just from a very easy scrape. And that's your top four right there. And they are holding pace. It's about a 5-second gap. There you go, right there. You can see it back to the 5th place car. These top four are class of the field right now, and we'll see if they can keep it that way. They're going to get a break at halfway, so that will, bring it back, bring everybody back together, if you will, and some other cars may be able to get a run at it later. Right now, it looks like the 32 is giving up on that, going to the inside and trying to get him. Maybe he thought he was eating up too much tire, and he decided that he was just going to go ahead and ride here for a little bit. We're about halfway, almost halfway into our mid-race break. So they've used about half of these tires now. They can, if they've saved, it's time to push, and if you didn't save, it's time to make sure they last. Don't look now, but I think we got a battle up front. I think Adam Baker is thinking it's time for him to go. He can get it. Took a look to the inside there. Didn't really stick very well, so he's going to go back at it here. He's running a little bit lower line there than Daniel Folds, but Daniel Folds is got the lead, and he is going to run the line that he wants to run, which looks to be about a lane high right now. I don't know if that may open the door, but it doesn't. He gets the momentum off of the corner, but here he goes again, and let's see if that momentum off holds, and it sure does. This is not a one-groove racetrack. This is you can run different lines like that, and you saw it right there. So looks like Adam Baker is going to take a lap or two here to assess the situation, reload, and go back after it. And they're both running a lap to 2 laps higher off of that yellow line to try to keep that momentum up. And this little battle here is allowing the 22 and 32 of Blake Thronberg and Dalton Ledbetter to kind of close up a little bit to him here. We may have a 4-way battle here before you know it. Great comeback by the 22 car. He was kind of brushing that fence in the beginning, and it didn't faze him. He just kept driving, and here he is in 3rd place. Looks like the 6 is still trying to figure out, how am I going to do this? Where am I going to go? The bottom didn't really work, so I don't want to keep doing that. Because that is probably, that bottom side is probably the toughest on the tires. It's the tightest turn. So too many laps of that, and he's going to be in trouble. Looking through the field here, folks, we do not have much of any other side-by-side racing going, so we're going to stay right out front here. And there he goes again, trying to get that inside, see if he can make that stick. And they're going to touch a little bit right there. He's just trying to hold him down. Daniel Folds wants to hold him down so he can't get momentum off and use his own momentum, and it's working for him right now. But you got the 22 is now at the bumper of the 06, so this should be interesting to see if the 22 tries a little something on him. Daniel Folds loves to see this right now. He wants to see racing behind him. Take the pressure off of him a little bit. See if that 22 thought about looking to the inside there, but I think the 06 showed him that it's just not that fast, and it may not work, so it's going to be content for right now. And they're all right there. I'm just waiting for somebody to make a move. Let's see, we're at 41 of 64, so we got 24 laps until we get our break. So there's still time here for them to figure out what they want to do and how they want to do it. For Daniel Folds, this break can't get here soon enough. He's got 3 cars breathing down his throat. He's got a very wide exit, which just gives him great momentum. It's like they enter, you see they're entering in the same spot, but he likes to just kind of climb up a little bit, especially in this other corner here, is where I'm noticing it more. And it works. You see how he's outside, and he's just they're like half a car length inside of where he is, maybe trying to get air, maybe trying to do something different, but they're always half a car length to 1 car length below him, and it's just not working. There's not enough momentum to hold it that tight. Looks like we got some lap cars up there. Not lap cars yet, but cars that they might be lapping here shortly if they get to them. But with less than 20 to go to the break, I don't know if they're going to make it there. There's some side-by-side. That's going to slow him down, and somebody's off speed there. It looks like that's the 27, if I'm not mistaken, of Ethan Johnson. It's kind of off pace there a little bit, or just kind of scrubbed the wall and took some speed out of it. So he may be falling into the clutches there pretty soon, and I'll tell you what, he does not want to go a lap down in these last few laps before we get to this break. And there they are. It looks like 32 has had a little bit of an issue. He is now falling back. Not sure if he scraped the wall a little bit or got in loose or something, but that cost him a little bit of time. No harm, no foul, though. It is a long way from 4th to 5th right now, so he's got plenty of a cushion. You can see there. They're not on that straight yet. So the pace of these top 4 cars has been just blistering. They're probably 10 seconds in front of everybody. It's half a lap, if you will. We can actually pull up the track map there, and you can see just how far ahead he is. You can see that 32 and 16 is at least a straightaway gap. As this 06 car sucks back up to the 09, let's see if he can do something. He'd love to get a lap car in there and see if he can work a pick or something, but I don't know if he's going to be able to do that. We're on lap 50 and 64 before the break. Up like he was before, so Adam Baker is kind of not falling back, but you know, a couple car lengths more than he was before. Let's see if he's just kind of laying back, keeping the tires cool to make a late run here in the last few laps. And now you see the 22 as well is just falling back. He maybe just used up too much of those tires trying to get back from that early issue that he had. He had to go back kind of through a bunch of cars, and having a race like that and hold it down, he probably ate up the tires a little bit more than he wanted to. And so unfortunately, he's just going to have to settle with where he's at. But the 32 is falling back as well, and like I said, there's a big gap to the 5. So he's not going to lose any positions, just time on track. And when we get this break, they will get new tires. They'll get that all sorted out so we'll get caught back up. I know Adam Baker wants this. It's just a matter of how and when can he do it. Gets a good run in there. Let's see if he can hold it off. He's holding pretty good there. It's not too bad. The 9 goes pretty high there, and look at that run he gets off. Every time the 6 gets close to him, the 09 just goes ahead and pulls a little bit further out. They're kind of stacked up in front there, but again, I don't think that's going to become an issue. Does the 06 have anything left in the tank here in these closing laps? He's just kind of following in the same line as Daniel Folds, so he's got to get out there, try something, or maybe he's just content where he's at right now. It's just this is what it's going to be, and we'll take this pit stop and we'll go back at it. He tried to go a little bit lower there to see if he could make something happen, and just like before, he just can't keep that momentum off. And these guys here in front of the leaders are racing pretty hard, trying to stay on the lead lap before we get to this caution. They do not want to fall a lap down. Only one of them is going to get a wave around. Back to the leader right there. You can see from the overhead the differences in the angles that they're taking. But they're both equally fast. Nobody's really got advantage. They're doing the same. You can see he's got a little more momentum in, and then right there in the center off, it's just all Daniel Folds. So Baker's racing just as fast as Daniel. It's just he's doing it a little bit different, but the speed is still there. And there's your caution for the break. So we went the entire first half of this race caution free. The field was very spread out. We saw Daniel Folds, Adam Baker, Blake Thronberg, and Dalton Ledbetter kind of break away and have some really good times. A couple of those cars, Thronberg and Ledbetter, kind of fell off at the end there. But, you know, they also had to race through a bunch of traffic. So I expect this to be pretty exciting in the second half here. We're going to watch them take a little break and get some tires, fuel, and whatever they need. We could take a look while they're pacing here before they do it. Let's go through. We got Daniel Folds in first place, Adam Baker in second, Blake Thronberg in third, Dalton Ledbetter is in fourth, Austin Taylor is in fifth, Jordan Blair is in sixth, seventh is going to be Austin Purnell, eighth is Ethan Johnson, 9 is Buddy Isles, and 10 is Speedy Bird. So that is your 10 driver lineup right now. And let's see them take this break here and see what happens afterwards. Now, I see 11 of Buddy Isles there. He's going to be going around. He gets to wave around for this one. Speedy Bird, like I said, he's a couple of laps down, so he's not going to get one here. He's going to need some cautions now because he's the only car that is laps down. And I guess they gave the 16 away around as well, so that's good. That's Speedy Bird, so maybe he's going to get one back here. Yeah, so he'll be down 2 laps. And so he's going to need a couple cautions in this second half, which is not completely out of the question. I mean, intensity is obviously going to pick up in this second half, and we're going to see some drivers making a little bit more moves than we probably wouldn't in the first half. And he's going around again. All right. And they're lining up. So maybe they didn't have any tires for this race, and they're not going to be going again. So I believe it was last week that they got tires. Maybe they did more laps or it was a bigger track. But here he goes. So let's check this out. So he chooses the outside, and he's got a good run there. Adam Baker's obviously going to get in right behind him as soon as he can. 32 is kicked out and scraped the wall there. Oh, hit it again, too. So that's going to cost him a lot of speed there. And it looks like, oh, no. And just like that, he doesn't have enough speed. The 27 gets into Ethan Johnson, and that is definitely going to be a caution. That's too bad. He was up front and doing just fine, and then all of a sudden. Now let's look at the crash, but let's go back. I want to go back to the beginning there. You see this on this restart. I'm going to give the blimp so we can see overhead. The 32 car, not the best of jumps, but I don't think he thought that Folds was going to jump out like that. And then he's doing just fine out there, but gets into the marbles right there, and it just floats up the track. He's got a little bit of junk on his tires. He hits it the second time. He's just got no speed. And he tries to make that corner, and the 27 has just got a full head of steam and gets turned around from behind there. So that is too bad for him. He had a good run going. Let's get back up to the front here. Well, we said intensity was going to pick up, and it kind of did there, but that's just kind of a racing incident as well. I don't know that was anybody doing too much there. So we'll re-rack him. Daniel Folds is probably going to choose that outside again. He's still got Adam Baker to the inside of him. 22 of Blake Thronberg is still there. Let's introduce now to the top, to the 4th position. You got Jordan Blair, and to the top 5 is going to be Austin Taylor. So these guys in the top 5 are going to be going after it here. And don't get me wrong, there's plenty of time left for any of these cars. But as we saw in the first half, if you're not kind of up there towards the front, using up the tires to get up there, makes it such that at the end of the run, you probably are not going to have much left for the leader. So we'll see how these guys take care of these tires and get through traffic. Should be pulling off here this time, I would think. Okay, there he goes, and they can go whenever, and there he goes. That's a good jump there. The 19 is going to stay on the outside of the 22, see if he can make momentum there. The 22 is thinking, I can get second right here. And with fresher tires, almost. But the momentum goes back to the 06, and it's just going to go back and forth here for a little bit. Oh, no, the 06 is in the wall now. And that is too bad. Blake Thronberg had a great race going. Hopefully that is not enough damage to really affect him. He's got it going in 4th place. He should be okay. The 22's got his eyes set on the leader. And 19, welcome to the party. He's up here, and he's making a run for it as well. Look at how close he gets. Oh, and he touches him there a little bit, and that gives the momentum to the 19 to get to his inside. That may not work out for him. Kronberg may lose a spot here because of that. Ooh, that 19 is loose. And just like that, Baker's going to try to get to his inside, and he's fighting back, even though he got a little bit of damage from scraping the wall. He doesn't care. He's going to throw her in there. Couldn't quite make it stick, though. 22's looking to the inside now. Can't get in there. He's right on his bumper. He gets into those corners very well. Let's go off the nose. And there you see it, and he's getting to his inside. Let's take a look from the high side here if he's going to be able to get it. It's a good run. And Daniel Folds gets a little bit into the marbles there, and that maybe just cost him just a little bit of momentum. He got a little bit loose, and to keep it out of the wall, he's just got to give that spot up for now. And they're kind of spread out there 1 through 4 now. Let's take a look back here in 5th, and they're all kind of single file. Jordan Blair's sucking it to the back there now. You know he wants to be up there, and this is the time. You know that it's going to get spread out at the end. So while the cars are close, if you can make a spot or two, you got to pounce when you can. It gets harder and harder as the run goes by. But you don't want to use up those tires, and you don't want to get up in those marbles either. Now it's time for the 22 of Blake Thronberg to kind of check out a little bit. He's doing his thing, and you see back there we got a side-by-side battle. The 6 car was underneath and had it and just got a little loose off the corner and then gave it back. And I think that high side might prevail here for the 51 of Austin Taylor. And Austin Purnell is going to lose one to the 11 as well. And let's look up here. So we got, we got Daniel Folds, sorry, is in the fence there a little bit. That's going to scrub some speed out of it. The 19 gets by. And the 06 gets by as well. So Daniel Folds is 1st to 4th here in this second stint so far. Now, you know he's got a good car. He was out front and did everything right the first half. So we will see if he's just kind of holding on to tires and if he can make a run back. But this 22 right now is checked out by about 8 to 10 car lengths. And about 3/4 of a second on the clock. And let's take a look at our track map to see how spread out we're getting. And we're not getting too spread out here thus far. So that's good. We're probably not going to have lap cars come into play. These guys are just going to be able to race, and the fastest car wins, which is just the way you want it. It looks like the 06 is closing up to the 19 now. The 19 might be a little bit slower than him at this juncture, so we'll see if he can get in there and get his nose inside and make a move. And this is exactly what the 22 wants to see. If they're side by side in the mirror, he's driving away. Look at Daniel Folds close up there. That's pretty good. Daniel Folds looking really racy and a little aggressive here. He wants to get this back right now. Looking through the field, I don't see anything side by side or anything like that, so we're not really missing anything there. Look at the gap the leader has now. These three, something's gonna happen here. There goes the 6 trying for the inside, but just can't make it stick. And there goes Daniel Folds down to the inside, but again, every time you dip down there, it's just so hard to make it stick off the corner. It's so enticing to go down there and do that, but it's just not as fast. You can see Folds is a couple car lengths off, but we are under caution. And let's see what happened here. Looks like Ethan Johnson. Let's take a look. Let's go on to the blimp so we can see it. So Ethan Johnson's in the 27 car. He's by himself here. I'm going to say this is probably a solo. Well, he's off pace there. Let's hold on before we. Well, we see what happens there. Let's kind of look. Did he get into the wall up in the marbles? Let's take a look here. Doesn't really look like anything happened. Nope, no wall contact there. Kind of sliding up the track there. I think maybe he just got in a little too hot, slid up the track, and now he doesn't have momentum. Yeah, that's tough. Probably didn't need to happen, but there it is. All right, so they're going to be bunched back up. We're going to re-rack them here. We're going to go green probably at lap 94, I would say, and have about a 30-lap shootout for the win. And right now, Blake Thronberg, he's the one driving away, just like Daniel Folds was in the first stint. You can see that Daniel Folds is still in the 4th position, so he fell back a little bit, but it's not the end of the world. He's going to be re-racking right on the outside there, which I would assume the 22 is going to pick the outside, so he can get a jump with him and see if he can get a couple cars here quick and see if he's got anything for that 22 car. One more time around here. They're slowing down behind the pace car here. Little cat and mouse game. Now they gave him, as soon as the safety car goes in, anywhere from there to the green flag from the flag stand, they can go. And it looks like they've been doing it earlier. And there he goes right there. Almost as soon as he can, he's going to go. Folds gets a good jump on the outside as well. This may get Folds 2 spots. See if the 19 can hold it in there. Ooh, Folds is high. 27 is in the wall, and we're under caution again. And I don't know. I don't see any actual accident here. Yeah, I'm not seeing any actual incident. Let's back this up and see if we can. I think we want to go right about here, and we want to go back. And let's just back it up and see what happened there. I saw the 27 car and I think the 06. Let's just watch it right here. The 27 taps it a little bit there in the wall. The 06 and the 27 get into the marbles. The 27 gets the worst of it, but I don't know. I just, unfortunately, I don't see exactly what that was, or maybe they just didn't like the restart. I don't know. Unfortunately, I'm not with race control. So, nevertheless, we will be re-racking these and we will get them going again. We're going to have 22, 19, 06, 09. It looks like they're going to put this right back where it was. Because I feel like at the time of the caution, Daniel Folds was at least ahead of the 06. I think they're going to put this back and redo it. So we'll try this again. This time we're going to go with probably 99, lap 99 or 100. Oh, he's pulling off, so we're going to go right now. There he goes on the outside again. Daniel Folds gets another good jump with him. 06 did not get a great jump there, unfortunately. The 11 car's scraping the wall. And Daniel Folds, I think, is going to prevail on that outside. Yeah, he's going to keep momentum. Now, the 19 going to shut the door on that 6 or no? He's going to let him have it. Oh, and they're wrecking in the back. I saw the 27 getting spun there. I'm not sure if we're going to have a caution. We do. Okay. We can go back and take a look at that. But look at Daniel Folds is now in second place. He gets 2 cars there. And the 06 just got the 19 in time, it looks like. So we got a little shuffling going up in front here. Let's take a look at what happened back here. And the 27 is going to be, again, the one turned around, I believe, unfortunately. Let's take a look at these guys. The 11 had kind of scraped the wall and didn't have much speed. And, well, that 27 just went up the track, and that's, I think, the second time he's done that. Last time he got spun, he did that, and he got spun later on, but that time he went right up in front of the 11 car, and unfortunately gets spun again. He's having a tough go. So now it looks like we're going to have the 22 of Blake Thronberg and the 09 of Daniel Folds on the front row. But if I'm seeing this correctly, the 22 is choosing the inside this time. That's interesting to me because they've been choosing the outside all night. So let's see if this works for him. Or maybe he just still needs to call it. I don't know. Lights are off on the pace car. We're going to go this time. This should be interesting from the inside. It's the first time we're going to see this. So let's go overhead so we can see the jump happen. And there he goes. As soon as he gets that tap, he's gone. He should come up and close that door. There he goes. He does not want Daniel Folds to have that outside momentum. And he does have momentum, though. Both of them do, the 06 and the 09. And they got to sort that out first, or the 22 is going to drive away. Momentum off for Daniel Folds. Let's see if he can make it stick to this. Oh, and they touch. Folds is up into the marbles a little bit. That gives advantage to the 19. He's going to see if he can do it from the bottom side. Yeah, that's hard. So then I think Daniel Folds is going to clear him on this one right here. There he goes. 19 shuts the door so the 6 can't get him. We got 20 laps to go, folks. Let's see if they got anything for the 22 here. 22 is not driving away this time. Intensity is picking up. Everybody's got some really fast laps. In fact, Thronberg just ran his best lap, as did Adam Baker and Daniel Folds. The top 3 just ran their best laps. Sorry, top 4. Jordan Blair, 19, give him his best lap as well. So they are throttling it now. The 22 has got about a car and a half length, maybe 2 car lengths. Daniel Folds gives a little shot to the 06, says, hey, I'm here, I want to go. If you can't get to him, I'm going to. And the 06 is in the fence a little bit, Adam Baker, and let's see if Folds can do it from the bottom. Good, tight, clean racing right there. Not the momentum Daniel Folds wanted. He's going to try to send it in here. A little bit of door banging, that's racing in this series. And he just can't make it stick, and then the 06 gets into the wall just a little bit more. So they are beating and banging out there at this point. It's time to go with 17 laps to go here. '22 cars comfortably. He'd like to see some side-by-side racing in his rear view, though, that's for sure. Looks like we're having a pass right here. The 51 is trying to get down below. 11 gets up into those marbles. That's not good for momentum. And 51 is going to shut the door, but he's going to cross him over. This is for 6th position. 11 car looks like he's going to cross back. That's some good fun racing right there. I know it's stressful in that car, but they're probably having fun with that as well, back and forth like that. Let's go back up front here. Nothing's changed just yet. Oh, and Daniel Folds gets a little bit of the wall there using all the track. Shoots it into the corner. And they are just kind of single file. Not much any of them can do. Good run there by Adam Baker, but not much he can do with it. Getting close. He's getting there. He's at his bumper now. He can make it stick going into this corner. Maybe have something. But he looks like he's going to prevail and get a little bit of breathing in there. Taking a lot lower line this time is Baker. Sends it back up in there so he doesn't get any damage. And yeah, you're still seeing about a one car length between all of these guys up here right now. And it looks as though the 19 and the 6 are falling back just a little bit. So we may have a 3-car battle here as we have 10 to go. Now 9 to go. Is somebody going to send it? That's the question. Oh, you got side by side back here. 6-car really sent it in there that time, trying to get the 19, but I think that cost them both a little bit of time. He is right there. Baker is hunting, but cannot quite get that bumper to him. Only 7 laps to go here. Oh, Folds is going to take a look to the inside. Can he make it stick? Oh no! And he's going to go around. And that is going to bring out a caution. He did it a couple of times before where he just kind of touches the door, just uses them a little bit to help him turn, but that was a little bit too much, and it sent him around. And we saw it live, but we'll take a look at it again here, since we have time under this caution. And we're going to see, let's go up top. And we're going to see, as we play here, he's going to take a look to that inside. Sends it in pretty hard. You can see him start drifting up there, and just a little bit too much nose. He wasn't even. He didn't pancake him levelly, and so he kind of hit him with the nose. Oh no! And the 51 gets in the fence there at the end. But he kind of just hit him with the nose a little bit, which then pushed the nose back off and turned him around. And that's too bad for the 51, trying to avoid, and overcorrects a little bit there and gets a little bit of that fence, unfortunately. So while we have a second here, we got 4 laps to go. We're going to probably have a green-white checker, our first of 3 if we need them. We can see that Jordan Blair in that 19 car is sitting in 3rd place right now. And he is up 4 spots from where he started. So good gain for him. Buddy Isles in the 11 is in the 5th position. He's up 3 from where he started. Speedy Bird in 7th position is up 3 from where he started. So some good movers there. Now let's see if the 22 takes the inside again. And it worked for him last time, so we'll see if he does that again and what the 06 has for him. If he does take that inside, which it looks like he's going to do, that is going to put... let's see, that's going to put... Well, the way they're saying it, that's going to put Austin Purnell behind him. So that gives him a chance to take a good jump as well. See if he can pass a car to also get that 19 maybe. Lights are out, so we're gonna go green right here. Let's get back onto our leader, who is definitely taking the inside again. So see if the 6 car can get a good jump and go with them. And see if the 19 car can get a good enough jump, maybe he can make momentum on the outside. This should be it. Hopefully this is our last green-white checker, but there he goes, and he's got a great jump, the 22 does. Should be coming up and closing that door. 6 and the 11 are side by side there. Yeah, 6 is not going to prevail on the inside. 11 takes it. And the 11 almost came out of nowhere. I mean, I know Buddy Isles has been here all night, but to be in the top 3 right now has to be amazing for him. He's got to feel great about that. The 22 car is just... He's got pace. He's doing great. I don't know if the 19's got anything for him, and he is not going to be able to get to him, I don't think. Nope. And there you have it. Blake Thronberg is your winner, with Jordan Blair in second, Buddy Isles in third. That's a great run. Let's take a look at our results here. Put that back up. There we go. Yeah, Thronberg in the first position. Second is Blair. Isles third, like I said. Fourth is going to be Austin Purnell. Fifth is Speedy Bird. Sixth is going to be Daniel Folds. Seventh is Adam Baker. Eighth is going to be Austin Taylor. Ethan Johnson is going to be your 9th place car. Dalton Ledbetter in 10th. Shout out to Speedy Bird in the 5th place, though. He was lapped down, got it back when they were at the halfway, and he took it right back through at least half of the field, so good for him. Let's see if we can get some interviews here with our top guys. Let's see here. So let's see if we can get Blake in here. Blake, it's Matt up at the booth. You got me, bud?
Yes, sir. I got you. What's going on, buddy?
Hey, what a run, huh? What a second half, especially. You're pretty decent in the first half, but really turn on in the second half. Take us through your strategy there.
Yeah, man, we was kind of riding it first. Kind of got into I don't know what was going on in that first turn. I didn't even go back and watch the replay. Yeah, man, so just after I sat there, and then I was thinking, man, the top's probably going to be pretty dominant. So dropped back to third, and then I think where Gary kind of dropped back and beat me to saving the tires, and got fortunate enough just to be at the right place at the right time, man. It's pretty hard to win one of these races.
Yeah, absolutely. It looked like at the end there that you were well, at the beginning, I should say, with Daniel Folds, it looks like he had a very fast car and you were just kind of buying your time there. He had some issues late. That gives you the win. You got sponsors, team, anybody you want to thank?
Yeah, Thronberg Constructions, Zeem Setup Shop, Pitwell Podcast, you for putting it on and broadcasting it so the fans could see. The man upstairs, my wife. Everybody's got a hand in this thing that makes it go around. Yeah, man, that's it. Like you said, thanks for all the guys racing it clean and putting on a good show. And looking forward to next week.
Yes, sir. Well said, brother. We'll take this momentum into next week and get them. We'll see you then.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Man.
All right.
Yes, sir. Take care. Have a good one.
Okay, let's talk to Jordan Blair here. Jordan, this is Matt up in the booth. You got me, buddy?
Yeah, I got you.
Hey, good run out there. It was very interesting up front, kind of 4 cars the whole time. Take me through your strategy and how you ended up pulling off that second place.
Well, we had a EOL from a previous race. Had a little incident and had to start in the rear anyway, so just figured while we were back there, we may as well save as much tires as we could, and, try to go at the halfway and kind of make some big moves in. And once we got up there, kind of the seas parted, everybody had kind of burnt their stuff up, and we just kind of started picking them off one by one and got up to, I think, second to highest we got, I guess, and just kind of tried to maintain and lost a few spots on restarts and got them back. So.
Yeah, we definitely see that with these races when you only got one set. Slow is fast sometimes. So good job. You got a team, sponsors, anybody you want to thank?
You got to thank Liberty Speed Shop, Team ZSS, Zeems. They helped me out a bunch, both of them. Other than that, JBM, all my guys and stuff that run with us every night. And other than that, appreciate you putting the broadcast on for us.
Absolutely, man. Well, good race tonight. We will see you next week. We'll see you then.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thanks. Okay, let's see if Buddy Isles is still around. Here he goes. Third place finisher, Buddy Isles. This is Matt in the booth. You got me, bud?
Yep. Yes, sir.
Well, I was calling this race. There was 4 cars up at front in the first half. You weren't really there. You came almost out of nowhere, and got a third place finish out of it. Take us through how you strategized and how you did that.
Well, I rode for the first 63 laps or so. I felt like it was going to be pretty hard on tires, and so I rode back there and let leaders kind of catch up and just stayed pretty much ahead of them. And right there at the end, we just had a couple of cautions, just put me in a position to be on the outside. And I killed my right front there. About 90 laps in the race, trying to get a couple extra positions, but we were pretty good. It was overall, I'm good. It was tight, but good racing for everybody.
Yeah, great. I mean, yeah, it was definitely that. Tires. You held on to the tires better than some other cars. Some other fell back, and you fell forward. So, great run. You got any sponsors, teammates, anything you want to thank for tonight's race?
Yes, sir. Liberty Speed Shop, Kennel Daniel Roofing, Buddy Isles Collision, Per Your Tank Lines, GSX Wraps, Mike Dawn Racing.
All right, man. Well, great race tonight. We'll see you next week.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right. All right, folks. Well, that's the broadcast for tonight. Again, I just want to thank Pitwall Podcast for putting this thing on. Zeem Setup Shop for sponsoring it as well. We will see you all next week, next Sunday evening. Have a great night. See you later.